As schools begin to reopen, educators are beginning to investigate the impact of learning loss due to the COVID pandemic. To help families understand and get a handle on this, the NWEA, a research-based nonprofit that implements MAP growth standardized testing, used their research on summer learning loss to estimate the potential impact of extended school closures on the academic achievement of students. The data tells us two important things. First, the achievement typically slows down or declines over summer months, and declines are steeper for reading and math. Now, with the extended pause on reopening our schools, these losses could be even greater. The NWEA refers to this loss as the COVID slide. So that leaves us with a big question. How can families protect their children from this COVID slide? In this video, Accelerate's co-founder Chris Kim will cover 4 best practices that will help parents and students stay ahead of the slide. Whether your child is struggling and worried about grades, or is feeling bored and under-challenged, these best practices will give you the clarity and confidence to avoid the COVID slide and set you up for the long-term success of your child's learning path.
Hi, it's Chris Kim from Accelerate Learning Studio. Over the past 20 years, we've been helping children develop independent learning skills faster and smarter by combining academic coaching and personalized learning data. By precisely measuring the growth and proficiency of our students across 20 learning skills, we adapt the curriculum so students can quickly advance along their optimal learning path. Tip number 1, use data from standardized tests and learn ways to improve your child's weakness and to nurture their strengths. First, you will have to know where they stand and understand what that means. Then you will need to discuss with your child and their teachers on how to improve in the area they're behind. At Accelerate, we divide that into 2 areas: content knowledge and learning skills. You will have to know whether your child is struggling with their concept itself or the other areas such as focus, note-taking, and critical thinking skills. Set a specific academic goal and create an action plan that will achieve those goals. For example, you can find books by the exact Lexile score level and slowly improve the reading scores by reading the right level or slightly challenging books. Regularly reflect how you're making progress and provide your child with accountability. Make a habit of doing this every day. This is the only way to measure progress. Tip number 2, make your life easier by setting routines. For the parents, it's all about simplicity and routine. So when they're little, we hear this a lot, routine, routine, routine. We're all about making life easier. The goals you set up for your child needs to be broken down into smaller steps that translates into a schedule. Keep in mind how much your child can get it done realistically and keep it consistent. For example, if your child needs to improve vocabulary to increase reading comprehension and wants to learn 10 new words per week, you will need to know how much time this takes each day to accomplish that goal. Schedule those activities to become a part of the routine. Some activities can be daily, weekly, or even monthly. Not only set up those goals, but put them on the calendar. At Accelerate, our students spend 2 hours per week per subject. The coaches will provide feedback daily, and the directors check their progress weekly and meet with the parents quarterly to measure progress. Tip number 3, use technology and resources. A lot of times people really undermine how much the library can provide that type of resources. For example, earlier I mentioned about the Lexile score. At a lot of local library websites, they will actually search the books under the certain Lexile score. So if you type in the Lexile score, and it will ask the area of interest of book titles or book subjects, then it will give you a list of books that you can check out from that library. How awesome is that? There are a lot of STEM activities available at your fingertip because now you're more exposed to the online learning environment. I would actually suggest to go to Common Core website and learn the list of concepts that your child needs to know at each certain grade level. By knowing what those areas that your child needs, you can communicate more specifically and detailed with your teacher and get their input on how to use those resources that school or district provide to engage your child, improve in those areas. Tip number 4, kids learn better when they feel safe, happy, and balanced. Social and emotional learning, SEL, is a core part of academic learning. Let's acknowledge it. It's a difficult time for students, parents, and teachers. By understanding how to manage emotions, you can establish and maintain a positive attitude towards achieving your goals. For example, you can spend time learning how to name the emotions your child is experiencing and role-play different ways of handling certain circumstances. When there's uncertainties of these emotions, they're seeking validation, they're seeking support. And that's what we're here as an adult, as a parent, as a teacher. And I know this is very difficult for parents to wear the teachers and the parents hat, but I think not only just responded as a parent, but also know that this emotional and social part really actually actively interacts with their academic part. Acknowledging that is very, very important because we didn't learn as we grow up as a parent generation that is a part of academics. That was something different, something separate. But now the kids are learning and the schools are teaching the kids that they actually work together.
In conclusion, not only will these tips help you avoid potential learning loss from COVID, it will also provide transferable skills that will help your child both in and outside the classroom. If you're worried about your child not getting the support he or she needs to catch up or advance in school, sign up for a free 2-week trial. After the trial, you'll get a personalized assessment of your child's exact academic needs and a report of our coach's observation of your child's learning habits and attitudes based on 20 factors across 4 domains of learning. So bring your standardized test scores, such as your MAP test results, and together we can create a learning plan that supports your child's academic and lifelong success.